So we have the OnePlus 12, the OnePlus 12R, and now we also have the OnePlus Buds 3. These are the latest true wireless earbuds from OnePlus, and they're coming in at only $100. Now, I know a lot of you guys are wondering if these are the successor to the Buds Pro 2, but that's not exactly the case. And the best way to think about it, just like we have the OnePlus 12 and the 12R, well, the Buds 3 are basically the equivalent of the 12R. They're simply a more affordable option. And it makes even more sense when you consider that the Buds 3 and the 12R have the exact same color choices. They have this light blue, and then they also have a dark gray. So I do expect at some point for us to see a OnePlus Buds Pro 3. I'm just not exactly sure when that time will come. So now that's out the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the Buds 3, and we'll just talk about how they stack up to the Buds Pro 2 along the way. At first glance, they look to be almost identical. You have the same shape, same size, and one small difference that you'll notice with the earbuds themselves is the shiny metallic finish covering the Buds 3 compared to the half metallic, half matte finish on the Buds Pro 2. With the Buds 3, the fit is pretty much the same as the Buds Pro 2. If you've ever experienced stem style earbuds in the past, then for the most part, you know what to expect. I will say that I do prefer the metallic finish covering the entirety of the Buds 3 because I feel like it gives you just a little bit more grip inside the ear. Another thing I prefer are the controls. So this time around with the Buds 3, they went with touch sensitive controls opposed to squeeze controls like you have on the Buds Pro 2. And now with the Buds 3, you have swipe gestures that allow you to control the volume. And that was always one of the very few drawbacks when it came to the Buds Pro 2, the fact that they don't offer volume controls directly from the earbuds themselves. When it comes to the general specs, we have Bluetooth 5.3, and then as far as codecs, we have SBC, AAC, as well as LHDC for high-res support, which is the exact same lineup that you get with the Buds Pro 2. So if you do invest in the OnePlus 12 or the 12R, the Buds 3 would be a very good companion because you'll be able to take advantage of that LHDC codec. In terms of connection, these do support 2 devices at once, same as the Buds Pro 2. And there's also a low latency gaming mode inside the app, also same as the Buds Pro 2. Now, as far as battery life, we are looking at a slight upgrade. So with the standard AAC codec and with active noise cancellation turned off, you can get up to 10 hours on a single charge with a total of 44 hours once you factor in the case, which is a little bit better than the 9 hours and 39 hours total with the Buds Pro 2. Now, I know with the Buds Pro 2, they have fast charging that'll give you around 10 hours after just 10 minutes of charging, but so far I haven't seen any mention of fast charging when it comes to the Buds 3. Also, as far as charging, the Buds 3 does not support wireless charging, which is obviously a feature that you do have on the Buds Pro 2. So let's go ahead and move over to a more important topic, which is obviously sound. So just like the Buds Pro 2, the Buds 3 have a dual driver setup. And to be completely honest with you guys, the sound between the two is pretty much the exact same. You can get a very dynamic sound out of both of these options. If you enjoy a nice aggressive V-shaped type tuning, you can definitely achieve that with both of these. Nice aggressive bass, very bright treble, especially once you dive into the custom EQ options inside the app. With both, you got a handful of presets as well as the option to create your own. And then there's also the golden sound option, which can actually design a custom EQ specific to your ears. It basically walks you through a couple different hearing tests, and then when it's done, it uses that information to build an EQ for you. Now, one minor difference you will notice is the option of 3D audio on the Buds 3. And this is pretty much like a spatial audio, except there is no head tracking. It is kind of cool to experiment with. It definitely increases the volume and just adds more spatial presence to your music, but I wouldn't say it's a must-have feature by any means. Another difference you'll notice is the lack of a Zen mode on the Buds 3. If you have the Buds Pro 2, you've probably seen the Zen mode inside the app, and it's basically a collection of relaxing sounds that you can use to kind of zone out or meditate if you want. So that's something that you're not going to get on the Buds 3. All things considered, as far as sound, I wouldn't really say that there's a definitive advantage one way or the other. Both of these are highly capable. And it's pretty much the same story with the noise cancellation and the transparency mode. I will put both of these on the same level there as well. You've got a couple different options with both. As far as the noise cancellation, you've got mild, moderate, max, as well as smart, which will make adjustments automatically based on your environment. And then when it comes to the transparency mode, I think they're both equally effective. Now, I will say that when it comes to the adaptive transparency feature, where the earbuds will cancel out certain noises like wind noise, for example, the Buds 3 are more responsive to the changes in your environment. I feel like with the Buds Pro 2, for example, if you have the transparency mode turned on and all of a sudden there's a strong gust of wind, they're a little bit slower to react. And when they do react, they're slower to go back to normal. Whereas with the Buds 3, those responses are a lot quicker. Now, moving things over to microphone performance, this is the one area where I think the Buds Pro 2 separate themselves the most from the Buds 3. I feel like they have a little bit more in terms of noise cancellation and isolating the voice, but as always, I did take a microphone sample so that you guys can be the judge. All right, so in addition to the OnePlus 12, as well as the OnePlus 12R, we also have the OnePlus Buds 3. These are the latest true wireless earbuds from OnePlus, and they look very similar to the OnePlus Buds Pro 2. So we're going to do somewhat of a comparison here in this video to see exactly how they stack up. So you heard the microphones on the OnePlus Buds 3. Now we switched over to the Buds Pro 2. So you guys let me know what you think. How did the Buds 3 microphones stack up to the Buds Pro 2? So that pretty much covers it for the video. Hopefully you found it to be helpful. Like I said earlier in the video, I do expect there to be a OnePlus Buds Pro 3 at some point. I'm curious to see what they'll bring to the table if that ends up being the case. But for the time being, the OnePlus Buds 3 are a very nice option. I will have the link to these down in the description if you're interested. And aside from that, appreciate you guys as always. Do me a favor, give the video a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one.